What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Sunday Night Madden. Earlier today, we had the Bears picking up their first W of the season over the Giants. And in the meantime, since that game, we've also had the Cardinals taking on the Vikings in a losing effort. The Vikings picked up the W, um, which puts currently the Vikings at the head of the NFC North, being 2-0. Bears are 1-1. Packers are 1-0-1. And Lions are 0-2. So Bears are we're currently ranked third in NFC North. But today we have uh, the Falcons at the Chiefs. The Falcons are 1-0, and so are the Chiefs. So one of them is gonna be losing their, or is gonna be chalking up a won and a loss column today. I'm personally gonna be rooting for the Falcons here, just because it's fun to root against the Chiefs. I always root against whoever the dynasty team is, just because I just don't like rooting for a team that wins all the time, just because it's less exciting that way. It's less exciting to root for them if they're always winning. A win isn't as valuable if they win every time.
Gets this started. And off we go here at Arrowhead. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Hey, in the real season, the Chiefs are in danger of not even making the playoffs because the Broncos are stomping them out.
Well, there's not a whole lot left to say. I mean, if Patrick Mahomes is under center, you go into every game with a chance, not only to win the game, but to ultimately win the Super Bowl. I mean, he is a generationally great quarterback, one of the best we've ever seen. And anytime he lines up behind center, Mike, it is just an absolute blast for us to sit up here and really watch greatness play out in real time.
Runs it just back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
So, no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever.
Sorry about the neighbor's dog.
On the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Mahomes now to throw.
Mahomes completes another pass for a first down.
It's Xavier Worthy. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, KC.
He's almost crossed midfield.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Not much to speak of on that
one. A gain of 2.
It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at their 49-yard line.
They go play action with Mahomes.
Oh, and blocked.
Second down, going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes.
And he's running for it. First down, making it inside the 35.
It's dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
On first down, it's Mahomes.
And another
There he goes again.
scramble there from
Give him the
Mahomes.
11 on the scramble and give them a new center down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He was brought down by Caden Ellis. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick.
And another first down. It'll be first and
he'll be out
goal
of bounds, but he
for the
has
Chiefs.
first down inside the 10-yard line. It's first and goal.
A gain of 9 yards.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Getting it up to the 5.
Checo, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal. To throw is Mahomes.
And a sack on Mahomes. Brings him back to the 9.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
So can the defense come up with the early stop here on 3rd and goal? From the
And
shotgun.
another sack
Got him again
onto
the second
Mahomes.
time with a sack on this opening
Damn.
drive.
How'd you like to be this offensive play caller? You're knocking on the doorstep thinking you're in prime position here to come away with 6. Now after suffering 2 consecutive sacks, you're looking right into the eyes of a field goal try, and that's pretty demoralizing.
On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs.
33-yard
This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
All right, so they managed to hold the Chiefs off at least from scoring a full-on touchdown. Well, let this go. I'll get into what I was getting ready to say.
Jamal Agnew now to return. And he'll be brought down
Get up to the
just
27.
beyond the 25-yard line.
If the Falcons pick up a win here, they'll be at the head of the NFC South. As the Buccaneers are 1-1, the Panthers are 1-1, and the Saints are 0-1-1. So the only team with 2 wins, I'd put them at an easy lead there. If the Chiefs win, they tie up with the Broncos at 2-0, while the Chargers are 0-2 and the Raiders are 1-1.
And then they turn around and they draft the future. So going into this year, there is no question. Michael Penix Jr. is the face. He's the future of that Falcons organization.
Got to scramble again for another first down.
Position to compete, and they want to compete now.
That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage.
That
You've
NFC
already
West
picked
will
up the
have one more
first down.
game
Now
tomorrow.
get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
North.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. And they'll get about 4
So,
here. As
NFC
he
North is
taken down.
at the end of week 2 here, especially locked at Vikings, Packers, Bears, Lions. The
So we are through one here on Sunday Night
NFC
Primetime.
East is locked at a
3-0 is our score.
Commanders, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants. Even though the first three of them are all 1-1, the Eagles are 0-1 for in their division, while the Cowboys and Commanders are both 1-0. So they're completely tied right now.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes
Over on the AFC side of things, on the AFC South,
And while that
we
run
have
wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the
Colts,
playbook
Jaguars,
at their
Titans,
disposal.
Texans.
Third and short, now it's up to these
Colts are
coaches to
2-0.
dial
Both the
up
Jaguars
their
and
best
Titans are
short
1-1.
yardage play
However,
and
the
extend
Jaguars
this
are
drive.
1-0 in the division, and the Titans are 1-1 in the division. So that puts them just slightly beneath the Jags. And Texans being 0-2, both locally and or both across the league and in their division.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and
For the
certainly
AFC
now the coach
North,
doesn't have to make that decision. He
we
keeps
have
it
it
on the
going.
ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs,
Currently, it's
and now we gotta see if
Bengals,
they can come away with some points.
Steelers, Browns, Ravens, but that's because the Browns haven't played this week yet. Bengals are 2-0, Steelers are 1-1, Browns are 0-1, and Ravens are 0-2. 2nd and 1 here for the Falcons.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 1. They'll go again with
Oh,
Robinson.
and inside the 20, and the 10.
At the 15.
That'll be 1st and goal for Atlanta.
All the way down to the Chiefs' 9-yard line. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
But then lastly for the AFC East, you got the Patriots, then the Bills, and then the Dolphins and Jets are tied. The Patriots are 2-0. Then the rest are 1-1. But the Bills are 1-0 in their division, while the other two are 0-1. So the Bills get 2nd, and the other two are tied for 3rd.
From the gun, here is Penix.
Penix with the scramble,
Tuck it and take off.
making it inside the
It's a nice
5.
job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be
Can
so
they do what
concerned
Kansas City
about
couldn't
stopping the
do and
pass
make it
that you
inside?
lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Robinson.
Still can't quite make it in the end zone. 3rd and goal.
They stop him up short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. Out of the shotgun.
Come on, go for the scramble there for Penix. And he tries to tackle the guy in the end zone while he's at it, even though he had nobody on him. But touchdown, Atlanta.
The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. His kick is good.
It's good, making it 7-3. Falcons are here with the lead. Actually, I just no, because they'll have to pass the Panthers. So the Falcons are guaranteed to at least be 2nd in the NFC South. Because if they lose, then they just tie up with they tie with the Panthers for first, technically, actually. But with them both being 1-1 and 1-0 in their divisions, brings it up to the 33. And the Buccaneers are also 1-1, but they're 0-1 in their own division. And the Saints are just 0-1 and 1, and 0-1 in their division. So they ain't anywhere near the top. They've got to come back. They got to pull off if they want to make their way into the playoffs. Now we're only 2 weeks in, so it could change, but it's just not a good start for them. He managed to stop right before going out of bounds. That was impressive.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback
that was
is on time and accurate,
close.
And the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Play action here.
Another pass by Mahomes, and he connects
Over the middle, it's Worthy.
over into enemy territory.
Inside the 45. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They put Kelsey in motion. Here's first and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes on first down.
It's the completion. Making it up inside the 40.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for,
I think
Mike,
on
is
the
that the
38.
defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
At the Falcons' 38-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Mahomes back.
Mahomes scrambles,
Off he goes. Give him
makes
a
it
level.
out to the 30 or the 27.
Give them a new set now.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield.
And another first down.
Pick up the first down.
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down.
And clears inside and into the end zone. Travis Kelce with a touchdown.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
They really need more animations for touchdown celebrations.
They had to settle for 3.
Or celebrations in general.
Didn't want to have to do that again, so really solid.
I feel like it's
drive
always the
from
same
start to end,
dances.
and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point.
Going for the PAT.
He's got it.
And it's good.
The Chiefs are on top. It's now 10-7.
Now they shall set up for kickoff to prepare to close the half.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
All right, and the clock begins ticking down as he
Across the 20, they'll mark them down.
tried to make a successful return there. Only made it up to about the 24.
We'll take over. Here's Bijan Robinson.
We got about half a minute left
Set for their next drive.
to try to make it back across the
They'll do
field.
so with first first and 10.
They will be receiving it in the second half, but it'd be better to start off with a lead coming into the second half, or at the very least tying up the game with a field goal for the chance to build a proper lead at the start of the second half.
Now Penix.
Their completion in for the first down.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35.
Excuse me.
First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute
Incomplete there, going straight out of bounds.
That's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll lead to a second down. London brought in motion. On second down, Penix. And he got
Another deflected shot, incomplete.
Even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10.
And first down for the Falcons. They'll use their first, they'll use their first timeout.
That's their first, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on third down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
We'll go play action now with Penix.
Another scramble for Penix,
Taking off.
making it most of the way up toward the first down.
Scrambling his way
Or I guess he got it. It looked to me like he definitely hit the ground way before the first down, but what do I know? Second timeout for Atlanta with 9 seconds left in the half. I think they can get one more play in here before going for the field goal.
From the gun.
And a connection. Almost made it up to the first down. Got up to the 32. They use their final timeout, and I assume that the field goal squad will be heading there. Will be making their way out onto the field. See if they can tie things up heading into the half.
Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This one from 49. The Gonzalez kick
is good.
And the Falcons
As the timer hits 0, closing out the half.
in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half.
All right. This has been one of those rare occasions where technically one team receives or scores and then the other team does a kickoff back to them.
First half, all even as we begin quarter number 3. Carter on the return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's Bijan Robinson. And the Falcon offense set for their next drive. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions.
It's been a close game so far. This is now Atlanta's time to try to push ahead back into the lead proper.
Slot man gonna move in motion left. He'll get this out wide.
A gain of only about a yard on that one.
He could not get free. They're gonna stop him for no gain.
Something that's worth mentioning that even though both of these teams are 1-0, last week the Falcons beat the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers beat the Lions this week, whereas last week the Chiefs beat the Chargers, who also lost again this week to the Dolphins.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. On second down, here's Penix. A very quick throw.
Incomplete, 3rd and 14. This isn't looking good for Atlanta right now. More headless people.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix on 3rd and long.
And a completion. That's still not enough to get the first down conversion.
What he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Returnable for Remigio. And he's going to be brought down after
Okay, so far, I didn't look like he made it to the 25 to me, but what do I know? I'm not the referee. This is Kansas City's chance to take back the lead that they had before and actually extend it to larger than it's been.
25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. That's over the middle, complete.
And making it up inside the 45.
And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Now Mahomes
hands it off for only a gain of about 1.
Get forward for about a yard. That's David Onyemata in there for the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Man in motion is Brown. Mahomes now on 2nd down.
And another first down, bringing it inside the 35.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 18.
They gain 18 yards on that one. And the Chiefs have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that
First down at the 20.
You break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
I don't know, I'm holding the
These two move
watching
to
the
change themselves.
pocket watch for. This isn't, neither of these are my team.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
That'll be first and goal now for Kansas City.
He's inside the 10. Mark him at the 7.
And this offense
back
just
up here.
continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
And it's touchdown, Kansas City. That same touchdown dance again, just accelerated by a million.
And Butker on for the extra point.
And it is good.
And the Chiefs go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Agnew on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10.
Atlanta's got a big deficit to come back from now. They're in a worse spot than they were before. This will likely be their final drive of the quarter. And the pass is completed. It's 50 and ends up being taken down around the 40.
Not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards.
Well, I'm not sure there's been one position on offense that has evolved more over the years, Mike, than the tight end position. They're no longer just the extra blockers. They're no longer just the underneath, hey, pick up a first down. These are some of the most dynamic playmakers in the
Another
league.
first down, Atlanta.
That's a great example of why.
First time they've looked his way.
They've made their way up the field really fast.
But he comes through with the
Now can they get it into the end zone?
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Hand off. And he's going inside the 10. That'll be first and goal for Atlanta.
He is down inside the 10-yard line.
18 more yards.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going
If they had a little more time before the end of the first half, there's a chance they could have got a touchdown there, but they'd only have to make a field goal here to be able to tie up the game. And if they scored a touchdown, we'd be able to take the lead, but unfortunately that is not the
In order
case.
to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long sustained drives on the ground.
And complete.
Field goal, that's
Not
good for
quite
the
in the end
defense.
zone though. Got 1 yard to go as we reach the conclusion of the third quarter.
5 yards brings up third.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. And And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd
It's
love
third
to
and
get
goal.
it
They
right
got to get
here
it in the end
on
zone.
Third and goal. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle.
They
He
could
didn't
not
there.
get it
It's
through.
fourth down.
It was fourth and goal for Atlanta. They had such a great drive so far, but they just cannot get it past that goal line.
There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
And he made it in
It's Robinson.
for touchdown Atlanta.
Barrels his way into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. A
Bring it up to
huge touchdown there in the
16-17.
fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow.
That's right.
The kick.
And it's good.
And that
It is
will
now a tie game,
this
17-17.
here in the fourth quarter.
This is another close one, ladies and gentlemen. It's anybody's ball game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Nico Remigio to bring it back.
He's brought down at around the 27.
Just beyond the 25-yard line. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now after the play, looks like we have
An
an
injury.
injury for one of the Chiefs. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. From the 33, here's second down and 5.
He gets the
Once
handoff,
again, it's Pacheco.
but does not
And he's bottled up
make much
after a
progress.
gain of a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes.
And fires a bullet.
He's got it
That's
tight
completed,
end. It's Kelce.
getting him just beyond the 45.
A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Chiefs first down.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback, and he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive.
Picks
He's
up
got
the
a shot
half,
to come away the hero and win
bringing
this
it to
game
second
here
and
late.
5.
All right, so anytime you're facing
ball's
the blitz, the best thing
manages
you
to
can do
cross
as an offense
midfield.
is just get the ball out of your hand, get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
On second down, Mahomes.
And completion, bringing into another first down, just beyond the 40.
Not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling
Not
that one.
great
because
for
he
Kansas
handed
City
it off,
there.
and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Mahomes looking to throw.
But another
on
completion.
second down.
Doesn't quite make it across, though. It's going to be 3rd and 3.
But still a little work to do now on third down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Throwing
Now
from the
Mahomes
gun. Here's
with a
Black.
completion,
That's
getting the
complete.
first down.
Who else? It's Kelsey.
And that is going to bring us in to the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Completion,
That's complete. Left side to Worthy.
picking up half,
And
getting up
he'll
to
be out of
2nd and
bounds.
5.
Pick up of 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Gray is the motion man here. To the air once more.
And
It's
another
Mahomes.
completion. That'll be 1st and goal
They
for Kansas City.
continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they had their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the 4th quarter?
Oh.
Here's Pacheco.
And
Able
he's
to make
losing
one
yardage.
but that's
There's an
all.
injury
They down.
timeout.
Take him down behind the line. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. That is a worrisome development here late in the game.
Hopefully he's okay. That brings us up to 2nd and goal with 13 yards to go for Kansas City. They really do need to get that ball in the end zone before this clock runs out.
Now, 2nd and goal.
To do everything they can to make sure that Atlanta cannot get the comeback win. It's completed, but he only gets it up to about the 5.
And he's taken down. That
And it
will
is
get
3rd
them
and
a bit
goal.
Closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now.
Two timeouts remaining for both teams. And 1:21 left on the clock. 3rd and goal, 5 yards to go.
A massive play here. Late, tie game, 3rd down.
And it's touchdown, Kansas City.
Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Mahomes under high pressure there, but he still managed to complete the pass.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
The extra point by Butker is
And that brings a full 7-point lead for the Chiefs.
by 7.
With a minute 18 left in regulation.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Agnew on the return. He's across.
Didn't
the
get
20,
too far,
taken
only up to
down
about the
just shy
24.
of the 25. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he has put in a full game's work.
Got a
and
minute
then
14
some. Just an incredible
to be able to
performance
bring
on the
this
ground
in.
to this point in the fourth quarter.
First thing they need to worry about is getting the ball in the end zone. But then, if they manage to pull that off, they're going to have to decide whether they want to go for the tie or the lead.
On play action, Penix.
Next scrambles, and he's
Moving to
going.
his right. He's gonna run
Picks
it.
up about 7.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the
8
defense.
even.
Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll come up now for second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix.
Penix makes the completion. First down for Atlanta.
And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
On the play.
Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Falcon first down.
First down, Falcons.
43 seconds on the clock, and it is still ticking, ladies and gentlemen.
From the gun, here is Penix.
And Atlanta's final timeout has been taken. Kansas City still has both of theirs left.
33 seconds remaining.
On the pickup, brings up second and 2 at the Chiefs' 47-yard line.
We'll come to the line now on second and 2. Throwing is Penix.
And completion for the first down.
He's got it. It's London. And they'll take this
We're down at the 31.
inside
The clock's still
35.
ticking.
Two
We're down to
receptions
20
for him
seconds
on this
left.
drive. This one good for 16
17,
yards.
16, 15,
And these are the moments in the
14,
game, Mike, where you need
13,
your best
12,
players
11,
to come through and make their presence
10,
felt. That's exactly
9,
what he does
8,
there. Picks up a
7,
nice reception, good
6,
chunk of yards,
5,
and they keep
4,
their hopes alive.
3,
Oh, and a
2,
pressure there.
or 3,
Taking a
2,
throwaway, and he's
1,
taken down.
and the game is over. Kansas City with the W.
So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all three phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.
That brings the Chiefs up to 2-0, tying up with the Broncos for first in the AFC West, them both being 1-0 in that division. And that puts the Falcons tied for second with the Panthers in the NFC South behind, or tied for first and second in the NFC South with the Panthers, still beating out the Buccaneers and the Saints. But we do still have one more game for week 2, which is the Browns at the 49ers tomorrow night for Monday Night Madden. And thank you guys for watching. And tomorrow we'll also be giving you the overlay, or we'll be giving you a preview of what to expect on at least just kick off week 3 on Thursday night. We'll let you know what's going on there. And yeah, so thank you everybody. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.